Hello and welcome to the Palmer Performance Workshop. Now in the last video you would have seen the brand new R1 engine that we uncrated and then started putting the Nova gearbox in and various other bits and pieces. So at the start of this video we're just going to run you through putting that back together, and then the rest of the video we'll be heading off to the dyno to run it in on the rolling road and then do some power runs, check all the mapping's good, do any tweaks if necessary, and get it ready to go back to Spain this weekend. Stay tuned. So in the last video you saw the brand new R1 engine that I disassembled and got the Nova gearbox fitted, and I showed you a run through on the gearbox. You can look back at that video on the link on the screen somewhere around now. The cylinder head we also took off that new engine and basically did a very light port job on it and cleaned up the head face, as you can see in this picture here. So it's basically all just about matching where the cylinder head's machined in the factory and such like. And then it was all reassembled, the oil cooler fitted, filled with oil, and then primed with the clutch out before then putting the clutch back in and getting the engine back in the chassis. Once the engine's back in the chassis, run it up a few times, get a few heat cycles through it, check all the levels and get ready to head to the dyno. And here it is, strapped on the dyno, ready for a running in session. Now we normally run things in for maybe about an hour total run time. They are race engines, you know, if everything's built right then it should be fine. After 24 years in the trade, you get to find what works when it comes to running in engines. So here we are on the dyno, we're just doing low end running, just gradually going up and down the revs and just gently building up how much of the RPMs we're using. So John's dyno that I use at Track Electronics is a load cell dyno, so when we're running in we use quite low load. You can see the rear wheel spinning on the roller there. Obviously we've got fans at the front of the bike keeping it cool and blowing air at it. We've got an extraction system at the back, which you'll see now, which obviously takes the exhaust fumes away. And there's also a general extraction fan which just takes out any sort of gases that have escaped from elsewhere, which you can just see in the ceiling there. So I normally do the running in a few stages. So I'll do a bit of running, I'll stop the bike, recheck levels, like the oil level that you can see here. And then with this bike, got a GYTR ECU on it. Because it's had a new engine and new throttle bodies and stuff, there's a few little tweaks that need to be made. So I'm not going to show you my laptop password there. So we just got the bike connected and we'll open up the YEC FI matching program, which we use to make any adjustments. All we're going to do here is do a tweak to the idle RPM, because at the moment it's idling a little bit high, so we've just trimmed that. We'll fire the map back into the bike, which with these sort of older ECUs or older style, sort of flash style ECUs, it's not live, so you have to kind of write the map to it, which is what it's doing here now, which takes a minute or two, but it's no big deal. So there I'm just checking, you'll see the chain's quite loose. Now when you strap the bikes down on the dyno, it does tend to make the chain go tight. So, and then also when the bike's had a new engine fitted, the chain ends up a bit tighter until the engine sort of settles back in the chassis. So now it's had some running, it's loosened off a bit. But on the dyno, it's not a bad thing to have the chain slightly on the loose side. When we get it back to the workshop, we will adjust it. That's the map written, we'll disconnect the comms lead and we'll do some more running. And now it's time for some higher RPMs. Now obviously I've not shown you the full running in procedure, but like stated before, it probably gets about an hour total running before we start doing power runs and fully checking the mapping. And that's pretty much it for this week, guys. Hope you've enjoyed that video. Got to hear some lovely cross-plane engine loveliness on the dyno. This weekend, it's actually British Superbikes at Snetterton, which is my local track. And although I'm not working in the paddock officially this year, I am involved with quite a few customers and stuff in the paddock. So I'm going to spend my weekend there helping out one of the local lads, just giving them some pointers and tuition with Motec data login and ECU stuff and suspension setup. So I'm probably going to record some of that, and we'll put a video out next week following what it's like for a privateer racing in a British Superbike support class. So keep your eyes out for that. Other than that, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Catch up with you soon.